Coming up on Take 30 News, Florida is left in ruins just a week after Hurricane Ian.
And gas prices are once again on the rise.
Burn bans around the area are affecting fall festivities.
Your Take 30 News starts right now.
Everyone, and welcome to your Take 30 News. I'm MolliKate Keehley.
And I'm Heather Harrison. It's been more than a week since Hurricane Ian slammed Florida, and hundreds of thousands of people in hard-hit regions are still feeling the lingering effects of that devastating storm. Gloria Pazmino is in Fort Myers with the update.
Give me water. I don't need electricity. I have a candle.
For people along the battered Gulf Coast of Florida, it's going to be a long while before things return to normal, as both the cleanup and recovery efforts continue.
We're hopeful that we're going to find individuals alive. There's a lot of wood frame construction here where people may just be trapped.
More than a week since Hurricane Ian left a path of destruction, some people are now dealing with life without electricity, clean water, and damaged homes.
We just have to fix up our yard. But then our neighbors, that house over there, we know all these people.
According to PowerOutage.us, across the state, close to 200,000 customers are without power as of Thursday afternoon. And people living in more than 22 Florida counties are without clean running water. Boil water notices in place for dozens of areas.
There's a big humanitarian mission here. There's a big public safety mission here.
Meanwhile, other hard-hit regions are taking small steps towards normalcy. In Naples and the rest of Collier County, students returned to school Thursday for the first time in over a week.
They got to go to school, get back to regular routine, and it helps parents out.
And on the decimated island community of Sanibel, residents allowed to return to unrecognizable neighborhoods.
Oh my God, their house is gone.
And as Floridians pick up the pieces of what's left of their homes, their resilience in full display.
Floridians are taking small steps toward normalcy after the devastating storm.
And with the weather affecting Florida like it has, let's take a look at our local weather with Emily. Emily, how's it going?
It's been a really nice Friday, a great way to really kick off our weekend with some pretty comfortable temperatures out there, plenty of sunshine and blue skies for our Friday, Here's a live look at our temperatures around the region right now. We can see we're sitting at 82 degrees in Starkville, Macon, and Louisville, 82 in Eupora as well as in Calhoun City, a little bit warmer in Houston at 83 degrees, same in Coffeyville, 84 in Tupelo and Fulton. Now we'll see these temperatures drop a couple of degrees as we go through tonight, but then we will cool off a little bit more for tomorrow's game day, which is the good news. We'll be seeing some temperatures in the 70s. So we'll talk more about that in just a little bit.
That sounds great. Thank you, Emily.
Sweet. And a significant cut in global oil output is coming, and gas prices may rise with it. Chris Wynn has the latest from the nation's capital.
Less supply of crude oil equals less supply of gasoline. Less supply of gasoline at current demand levels equals higher prices.
Oil experts are warning the price of gas is about to surge after OPEC Plus oil ministers agreed to cut production by 2 million barrels per day.
We are not endangering the energy markets. We are providing security, stability to the energy markets.
At a price.
Everything has a price. Energy security has a price as well.
The decision is a major loss for the Biden administration, which had launched a full-scale pressure campaign in a last-ditch effort to dissuade Middle Eastern allies from cutting production, according to multiple sources.
What's your reaction to the OPEC Plus decision? Disappointment, and we're looking at what alternatives we may have.
Now, 5 weeks before a high-stakes midterm election, the Biden administration is frantically sifting through options to keep gas prices down.
We believe we have the tools here at home to work with our allies and to work with Congress to make sure that we address the mistake that OPEC made yesterday, which was the wrong direction. And again, I believe it will have less of an impact in the United States and far more of an impact on lower income countries around the world.
There's a lot of alternatives. We haven't made up our mind yet.
Production cut could set off economic dominoes of higher gas prices, greater shipping costs, broader inflation, and more interest rate hikes.
And Bulldogs are gripping their pumpkin spice lattes, hoping to keep some fall traditions alive while burn bans are issued across Mississippi. We learned more about events in Starkville to help celebrate the new season.
Fall is finally here, And many of us are ready to start those fall fires, but burn bans across Mississippi are keeping us from being able to, which means some fall festivities like campfires are put on the back burner.
While you can't go out and do your bonfires and play your guitar around the campfire, you can still get the Halloween candy, put it out, and get ready for October the 31st. But until it's safe to burn again, you might want to keep the s'mores making to the microwave.
Luckily, the Partnership of Starkville has events that the public can come to and celebrate fall.
Later this month, our annual Pumpkin Palooza presented by Chick-fil-A will be happening on Main Street, and that is a fall festival with the pumpkin patch, hay, and tons of children's activities and a trunk or treat.
And it might be a while before the dry weather leaves us. MSU meteorology student Allie Harvey says the forecast is pretty clear and the dry conditions are adding to the hazard.
Right now we are experiencing drier conditions, which are making fire conditions worse because of how dry we are. All you really need is a match and some really dry vegetation to get a fire to go out of control.
So until it's safe to burn again, celebrate fall in other ways.
For more information, you can visit the events page on Starkville's website.
And when we come back, we'll show you how you can stay safe on game day, and we take a look at a road annexed into Starkville.
Stick with us.
What if you could be part of one of the top engineering schools in the nation without ever leaving the coast? Well, now you can. Mississippi State's collaboration with Mississippi Gulf Coast Community College allows you to earn core credits while pursuing a 4-year degree in mechanical or electrical engineering, all in the same location. And with classes taught by MSU professors, the world-renowned education you couldn't find anywhere else is now in your own backyard. To learn more about this great opportunity, visit us online.
Welcome back to Take 30 News. If you're just now joining us, the time is currently 4:07.
And with thousands of people arriving in Starkville this weekend for homecoming, safety concerns are on the rise. Reporter Jenny Huff tells us how to stay safe during game day.
Starkville is getting a lot more crowded this weekend with SEC Nation in town and being Mississippi State's homecoming game. Assistant Chief of Police Kenneth Rogers tells us some of the ways they are going to keep everyone safe this weekend.
So we are reaching out to our law enforcement partners, surrounding areas to come in and to provide extra officers.
Being a resident, if you have to go to the grocery store or do anything like that in town, most people try to do that earlier in the week so they don't have to fight that traffic as people start coming in, especially for a big weekend like this with homecoming and SEC Nation.
It's going to be a fun weekend, but you need to be aware of what's around you to be safe.
There's probably going to be some traffic delays, so again, we just ask that people be patient as we are putting things in place again for people to enjoy the weekend.
Usually avoiding a lot of the main roads like Highway 12, even 182 gets really busy with a lot of traffic. A lot of the main highways obviously are going to be full, and a lot more people, and a lot of them from out of town as well. So they may not know the back roads or the ins and outs. So we'll kind of take different routes or take those back roads to avoid the extra traffic.
For Tech News, I'm Jenny Huff.
Be sure to stay aware of what's around you and stay safe tomorrow, Bulldogs.
And Starkville expanded its limits to include East Lee Boulevard. We have the story for you.
Starkville incorporated East Lee Boulevard into its city limits. The road was previously part of Octobaha County. Starkville Mayor Lynn Spruill explains the switch.
Well, one of the things that I think is important is for the city to be able to grow. And there's a requirement that everything be tangential to the existing city. So as it stood right now, as things were happening, it looked as though the city might not be able to grow to the east because that's where things are happening. East Lee, of course, is not inside the campus. And so it's an area that would be logical for us to take into the city as a part of that eastward expansion.
Lee Boulevard connects to East Lee Boulevard, which begins right about here at the intersection of Old Mayhew Road and Lakewood Drive. And East Lee Boulevard ends right about here at the intersection of Highway 182. East Lee Boulevard is now in Ward 5, which is Alderman Hamp Beatty's district.
I was involved in determining where the limits, the configuration of it, and in some of certainly the case that we had for why it was important for the city of Starkville to annex the Highway 182 corridor. That was one of the main places, and then East Lee Boulevard coming off Highway 82 down to the campus.
Alderman Beatty said sidewalks will be added to East Lee along with other additions.
We are about to put up street lights on the East Lee Boulevard area and in the other areas where we've annexed. We'll certainly follow up in the next few years and putting probably highway lights out on 182.
You know, Heather, I heard that some restaurants may be coming to Starkville.
Yes, and I'm excited about it. I live in the area and I hope the plans pan out.
Yeah, I'm so excited for that. And speaking of plans, after the break, Emily gives us a look into next week's weather.
Stick with us.
Performance at the highest level is the objective of every athlete. But what can athletes accomplish if they understood and responded to everything their bodies are telling them? Mississippi State University's Athlete Engineering program is designing and deploying groundbreaking advanced wearable technology that creatively collects millions of data points for researchers to analyze, predict performance, and improve body mechanics. Researchers in engineering, kinesiology, sociology, textiles, and more disciplines are working together to test and design new technology that leads to winning results. In addition to helping athletes reach their highest potential, this collaborative program is reducing injuries and protecting the health of competitors now and far into the future. Mississippi State University. Farming can be a tough way to make a living. Weather, pricing pressures, and unpredictable swings in demand can take a toll, not only on farmers' finances, but on their mental health, as well as that of family members and farm workers. That's why Mississippi State University is spearheading a program to train extension agents to detect the signs of depression, substance abuse, and other stress-related challenges. Everyone has a bad day, of course, but this holistic view of a farmer's circumstances enables MSU representatives to recognize the difference between routine struggles and deeper, more serious issues. It may be a tough conversation, but the sooner it gets started, the sooner farmers can get help to better manage stress and continue the important work of growing the products our world needs. Caring for farms and farmers. Mississippi State University.
Welcome back to Take 30 News. I'm MolliKate here with Heather and Emily. We were just talking about how crazy these weather changes have been recently.
Yeah, they have been quite crazy. I hope that the fall weather will come in before the game tomorrow.
Yeah, it was a little bit warm today, but still pretty comfortable. But tomorrow will be even more comfortable. We'll have those temperatures dropping even more, giving us a really good game day to start off our weekend. Here's a live look right now outside in Hillbin. We can see blue skies out there, a couple of clouds still hanging on. Currently 82 degrees out there. Sunshine feels like 81 degrees out there. That dew point is at 50, keeping us pretty dry and comfortable out there to start off our week. A little bit breezy as well with that 13-mile-per-hour winds. Temperatures around the area, 82 like I said in Starkville, 83 in Columbus and Vernon, Alabama, 85 in Aberdeen and Houston, 85 as well in Calhoun City and Eupora. Now, here are those dew points. These dew points are what really keeps us so comfortable this time of year. A little bit dry out there actually. 50 for that dew point in Starkville, 51 in Louisville, 54 in Ackerman, 52 in Eupora. Now these dew points are going to drop even more as we go through this weekend, so you might even need an extra swipe of chapstick when you're going out the door. Here's a look at our almanac data for today. That high of 84, low of 54, pretty similar to our normal for this time of year. Our average high is 80 degrees for this time of year, 55 for that average low. Now, that's still pretty far off from that record of 93 as that high record in 1925. Now, here's that game day forecast. When we're tailgating, it's going to be a little bit chilly out there. If you get cold easily, you might want to grab a light jacket on your way out the door. 65 by kickoff, warming up to 71 at halftime. Plenty of sunshine to start off our weekend. Here's a look at that Futurecast. Not a whole lot going on as we go through this weekend. However, early morning on Sunday, we'll see this high pressure start to move into our region, bringing us a little bit warmer temperatures as we go early into next week, but still not too hot for this time of year. Tonight, we can expect a low of 54 degrees, partly cloudy out there, increasing clouds as we go through the night. Hint of fall out there with some winds from the north around 5 miles an hour. Tomorrow, 73 and sunny for our game day against Arkansas. Comfortable out there, warm and sunny. Again, some winds from the north, 5 to 10 miles an hour, giving us a little bit of a breeze for that game as well. Here's a look at that extended forecast. We can see sunshine to start off our weekend. Clouds increasing a little bit as we go through the week. Our next rain chance is not looking like it'll be until Wednesday or Thursday, which is the good news. That's going to be with that increasing cold front as we get next week. We'll see those temperatures rising into the 80s as we get into next week, but still pretty comfortable and seasonal for this time of year.
All right, that sounds great, and thank you for that weather update. And coming up, sports fans, it's what you've been waiting for. We have Jacquez in the studio talking about all things sports after the break.
Stay tuned with us.
Meeting the challenges of a changing world. It's a responsibility we take seriously at Mississippi State University. Today, our outstanding faculty are on the job with a passion that places them among the best in the business. We're launching new classroom models, investing in world-changing research, and providing a college experience that's second to none. Though things may look different, our sights have never been higher.
To be or not to be? That is the question that echoes the walls of the theater department at Mississippi State University. Nurturing the voice and movement of a new generation of dynamic storytellers. An inclusive program welcoming all to a broad course of study in directing, stagecraft, playwriting, and acting. Discover your passion in performance and production with MSU Theater.
Print. It opens the doors to the world of communication. It's where a student can be anything. It teaches teamwork, diligence, loyalty, and responsibility. At Mississippi State, we are dedicated to further the field of journalism. We make sure to tell the story no matter how challenging. We incorporate all aspects to help you grow as a student and as a person. So, what are you waiting for?
Welcome back to Take 30 Sports. It is another week of a very exciting news. Let me update you on the latest. The Starkville Yellow Jackets have been on the road for 3 games straight, but are back home this Friday. The team has lost 2 out of the 3 of its road games, but is expecting to turn it around at home. The Yellow Jackets is preparing to take on the 6-0 Tupelo Golden Wave this Friday. I've talked with Coach Stewart, the offensive line coach for the Yellow Jackets, about how to bounce back after 2 losses back-to-back. Here's the latest on what he has to say.
You really don't have to motivate kids to start with. They're used to winning. We're in an area right now that we hadn't been in with 2 losses in a row. We're back at home, and we play really good at home. We have a great tradition here and a great history of playing at home. So I don't think we need a lot of motivation. Getting in the playoffs is enough motivation for us.
The Yellow Jackets will go on to play tonight at home at 7 p.m. Another week of JUCO Thursday night football down in Scuba, Mississippi. East Mississippi takes on Calhoun at home. 9th-ranked EMCC Lions took on Calhoun Community College at home. Starting off first play, Eli Anderson, zone reads, coming back. Eli Anderson comes back with a nice fake with a QB hold to run into the touchdown with a nice celebration. Going up with his teammate. Coming around, Jaden Johnson comes around, runs out the pocket, looking for number 2, nice pass, catch 2 feet in bounds. Then coming back, following next place, Marquise Willis to put into the zone to walk right in. Willis hands the ball off to EMC, will score 24-26. I don't know about you, but I've heard the ranked number 23 Dogs are now ranked in Starkville, and it's homecoming weekend. Last Saturday was an exciting weekend for the Bulldogs, taking down top-ranked 17 Texas A&M after many struggles and injuries. The team had some leaders step up. J.V. Purvis played lights out for the Bulldogs with a career high of 7 tackles and 1.5 sacks and 1 QB hurry. The defense had 4 turnovers and kept their foot on the gas and went on to win 42-24. I'll talk with JP about how it felt to get his first true action in a college football game.
It's my time. You know, I'm here. It's my time. It's my time to ride. So I really just focused all of that energy. You know, I was like, this is be the best player I can be out here on this field right now in this moment, and show the world, like showcase to the world that JP Purvis is here. He's, you know, he can be that guy.
After a big upset, the Bulldogs are expected to shock the world again against the Razorbacks. Arkansas is 3-2 on the season. After asking JP what's keeping the Mississippi State Bulldogs motivated this week, in and out, he said being blue collar, and even though people don't respect us, make them. Mississippi State will play at Davis Wade Saturday this weekend at 11 a.m. Mississippi State volleyball played lights out Saturday morning, straight destroying the Razorbacks. Arkansas came in ranked 23 in the country, and the Razorbacks weren't ready for Gabby Waden after a high of 16 kill performance and attacking percentage of 400. She wasn't the only one that stood out in last night's game. Shania Camardi tacked on her third double with 14 kills and 14 digs. Camardi has recorded both doubles, 7 kills in her last 13 outings, and double digits in 5 of her 13 appearances. I got a chance to talk with Shania after the game about her performance and how it was all a part of the plan with serving hard, tough, and fast. Here's the latest on what she had to say.
Talked a lot about just our serve and pass game, so serving tough and just making it harder for them, and then also just our first contact, like how in system can we be and how well can we just take care of balls and just be as disciplined as we can, and just also staying in the long rallies, like, and just being as efficient and clean as possible.
After asking Shania what's this week been like as a team preparation, she has stated to make nice passes and be very efficient on defense. The women's volleyball team will go on to play Texas A&M tonight at College Station at 6 p.m. For Take 30 Sports, I'm Jacquez Terrell.
Thanks, Jacquez. And it's homecoming week, and SEC Network is in town, so it's going to be a great weekend.
Yes, it is. And coming up, we'll take a look at some local museums and check in with a wild event in Starkville.
Stay with us.
Concern grows over the declining health of the world's oceans. Veterinary students at Mississippi State are learning how to rescue and rehabilitate vulnerable marine animals. Through a unique partnership between the College of Veterinary Medicine and the Institute of Marine Mammal Studies in Gulfport, Mississippi, students are experiencing the chance of a lifetime. Real-time research of this fragile ecosystem prepares students for a future in providing care for sick and stranded dolphins, turtles, sea lions, and other marine species. At the same time, MSU's advanced diagnostic technology is helping innovate for solutions while improving treatment and outcomes. Not only are the waters of the Gulf Coast opening new worlds of discovery for Mississippi State veterinary students, they are much safer now, thanks to this game-changing partnership that's improving life for literally hundreds of aquatic animals.
Welcome back. One town in North Mississippi has more history than you might think. West Point sits at the apex of the Golden Triangle and features multiple historic markers and museums. The Howlin' Wolf Museum and historic markers pay tribute to Chester Arthur Burnett, better known as Howlin' Wolf, a legendary blues singer. Visitors can also experience the Sam Wilhite Transportation Museum, which features a vintage Model T car. Terry Craig, operator of the museum, talks about one of the defining features of the museum.
This is the largest HO scale operating display in Mississippi. So, you know, Mississippi's first on a lot of things, but we do have the largest HO scale. There's one on the coast that rivals ours. Theirs may be just a tad bit bigger, but that's new. Ours has been around since 1993.
And Halloween season is here, and the J.L. King Center got the season started with an inaugural fundraiser. Chase Crawford has more on the story.
With the Halloween season coming up quickly, the J.L. King Center wanted to get started on the festivities by hosting their first ever Wild Witches Walk on Thursday at Fire Station Park. Parents and children were invited to come out and enjoy a night of entertainment and strolling downtown while also dressing up in their best witch or wizard costumes. Allison Bueller, financial advisor for the J.L. King Center, said that this event is not the first of its kind in the state and that she was excited to put her own twist on it.
It's a fundraiser that we borrowed from several other towns. So Greenwood, Mississippi was having theirs last fall when I happened to be stopping through, and it looked like so much fun that I wanted to start it in Starkville.
Wild Witches Walk saw over 50 witches and wizards show up for its inaugural event. Not bad for the first day of the spooky season. The event had glowing reviews from the families that attended. Elizabeth Casano and her daughter Aniston said that they would definitely want the center to put on this event in the coming years and hope for a larger attendance in the future.
Oh my goodness, yes. Anything that brings people downtown to work together for a common cause, especially something as wonderful as the J.L. King Center. And it's so much fun to dress up as a family and do things that are just community.
With the J.L. King Center being a nonprofit organization, they rely heavily on fundraisers and donations from their sponsors to help achieve their goals. The center and their sponsors were pleased with the outcome of Thursday, and Regions Bank even gifted them with a $25,000 donation at the event. To learn more on how to get involved with the J.L. King Center, check out their website. For Take 30 News, I'm Chase Crawford.
And wasn't that the cutest story? And that was such a great way to start off the Halloween season. Hey Heather, what are you going to be for Halloween?
I'm going to be Glinda the Good Witch.
I'm going to be Elphaba the Evil Witch.
We playing this together, MolliKate.
Oh yeah, I kind of forgot. Hey, do you want to be our Dorothy?
Absolutely, that'd be so cute. But I'm more of a cat person, so Toto might have to be a cat. Hopefully that doesn't mess it up.
We can do it.
Is it going to be too cold for your cat, though?
I don't know, but it is going to be really nice for this game this weekend. Here's another look at our extended forecast. We can see those temperatures in the 70s as we approach game day. 73 for our high for that game against Arkansas. It's going to be sunny and nice out there. Those low temperatures in the 40s, also giving us some fall-like temperatures overnight. Now, our next rain chance isn't looking like it'll be until Wednesday night into Thursday, so we do have a couple of days to enjoy some sunshine and really comfortable temperatures before we get there.
All right, but we've had such a great Maroon Friday.
Yeah, we really have. It has been really comfortable today, and that is a really nice way to start off the weekend.
Yeah, all right, so we'll catch you here in 2 weeks for Take 30 News on Friday at 4.
Thanks for tuning in. Have a great evening.